My name is Michael Ladden. I am currently driving more than 220,000 miles around the world in my 1979 Mercedes Unimog and custom-built overland expedition trailer. This is my story. Alright, welcome to the channel. I am glad that you could join me today. My last update last week, I was in Cape Hatteras in the Outer Banks of North Carolina. So since then, I have traveled down out of the Outer Banks into lower North Carolina. I stopped at a awesome distillery, Walton's Distillery in Jacksonville, North Carolina. And then I continued making my way down to Holden Beach. I am in Holden Beach, North Carolina, just a few miles north of the South Carolina border today. As you can see behind me, beautiful day for a bike ride. Virtually nobody on the beach either way that you look. It's close to 70 degrees today, and I'm going to ride probably, 50 or 60 miles. Enjoying the weather, and I spent a couple days in that area. Exploring the beach, doing some cycling and whatnot. And then from there, I crossed into South Carolina. It's my 15th state on this sort of, I guess you're going to call it East Coast beach tour, because I'm coming down the coast the whole way. Largely been on like Route 12, Route 17. I have not actually seen an interstate highway since New Jersey. All right, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. That is where I am standing right now. And the beach is behind me. It's a beautiful day here, sunny. There's palm trees. I got palm trees finally, and that is the camp. My Unimog is like right there, so we're little camping right here on the beach. Dealing with a little bit of problems with the truck, however. A rear axle seal, hub seal, is leaking badly at this point, and when I say leaking badly, I mean it's really leaking badly. There is gear oil all over the side of the trailer right now, and I'm a little bit concerned. So I'm trying to get some parts shipped to me from Colorado right now. Jay Couch at Couch Engineering Off-Road is working on it for me. Hopefully I can get that straightened out. I am going to limp my way farther south and attempt to make it to Savannah, Georgia for the Thanksgiving weekend. So we'll see what happens. I did some exploring in the park. I'm leaving Huntington State Park in South Carolina right now. I was looking for some alligators, but I did not see any, sadly. And now making my way down towards Charleston, South Carolina. Anyways, I was in the parking lot at Huntington Beach, incidentally, and a guy walked up to me and asked a question that I get asked probably every day. No matter where I am, where I'm traveling through, it's some kind of fascination with that up on the roof of my truck. So you can see the bags here on the roof. Zeal Pro is the name of the company, and I'm carrying 3 bags, 3 bikes, one of which is my mountain bike, one is my road bike, and one is my gravel bike. And as you can see, They are mounted on Thule racks that I've converted. These are racks, bike racks that were meant to go on the hitch of a vehicle, but I dismantled them and then bolted them to the roof of the truck. But these bags will accommodate just about any bike rack. All right, I've taken one of the bags down from the roof of the truck, and I didn't show you me doing that because it's a exercise in like sort of being like a chimpanzee. But here's the bag. Now this one, they make two bags. This bag right here is for mountain bikes and fat bikes. And it actually is a pre-production unit, but it's going to be available to purchase in the next couple of weeks actually. So that we've been waiting for a long time. Their other bag is for road bikes and for gravel bikes and any kind of standard bike that has drop bars. So I'm going to show you some of the features about this thing. First and foremost, why do I have it? Why do I have bags on my bikes? Primarily to protect the equipment when you're on the road, right? So these bags are meant, and let me tell you, I did a lot of research when I first set out to go around the world. And I said, well, where are my bikes going to be mounted? And I had considered many different options. Getting them inside of the truck somehow didn't work, not enough space. Potentially putting them somewhere on or in the trailer, that didn't work either. So I came upon having to kind of reconfigure the Thule racks that I had for a hitch and get those onto the roof. And the bikes are obviously exposed up there. And one of the other questions people ask, incidentally, is, you know, are you worried about hitting stuff with them? Well, of course, anytime you put something on the roof, you are. But even with the bikes on the roof of the truck, my total height for the vehicle is 11 feet 8 inches, which is well under, you know, a tractor trailer, as an example, is usually about 13.5 feet tall. The bags protect against elements, right? Rain, grit that comes off the road, grease. If I'm going down a backwoods road or a dirt road, there's, you know, at some point, you know, the truck ends up looking like you can't even tell that it's orange anymore. Well, that's what these bags are. They're essentially made out of nylon and neoprene. They're extremely weather resistant, I'll tell you. I probably have about 5,000 miles traveling around with them. I looked all over the place on the internet to try to find a bag that was going to be rugged enough for what I do. And I came upon Zeal Pro. They honestly were the only company that I could find that made a bag that wasn't just to protect the bike from, say, sun. You know, these are really rugged, and furthermore, they were really the only ones that you could travel with and expect that they're going to hold up. Another feature that I never actually thought of, but I have noticed since I've been traveling with them, is that they conceal what actually is under it. Because you'd be surprised how many people ask me, are those motorcycles, are they surfboards or whatever? And that's a nice feature, because if you are somebody that has, you know, you could have a $200 bike, or you could have your, you know, Italian stallion fat $10,000 machine under here, and nobody really kind of knows what it is. So that was kind of a hidden feature of having a bag on top of it. So some of the features, as I mentioned before, the bag is made out of neoprene, which is stretchable right here, and nylon, and that is very weather resistant. I can tell you, when I take the bike out of the bag, it's virtually dry inside. So you can see the pockets right here. These are for lights. Zeal Pro does sell the lights. So if this is mounted on the rear of a vehicle and it's blocking your tail lights, that's the solution. Got heavy duty zippers. This zipper here is convenient to loosen up, or if you want to mount something or use a security cable. I put my security cable for this bike through the front pouch right here. The handlebar covers zip off to make it easier to get on and off. So I'm going to take the bike out of the bag here. I'm going to tell you, in the beginning, particularly with the road bike setup, it was a little bit difficult for me to figure out how to get the bag on at first. And it's something that maybe you got to practice with a little bit, but I've gotten pretty good at it. It's pretty simple, and everybody's probably got their own way of doing this. I start with the bottom. So what I do is I just flip the whole thing upside down here, and take the zipper and zip it all the way out. So that way, you know, it exposes the bike there. Got some Velcro here in the middle by the fork, and then this zipper here comes over the front wheel, and there you go. There's the bike, right? And that comes off. You just throw it over. There's no great scientific weight to this. Now, the difficulty part is in the front here. Is the handlebars. Now, there's two ways to do this. You can stretch it because it is neoprene. On this particular model, I just unzip it, and you can just kind of flop it over, and then you can see it, and then it's easier to just pull, right? And there you go. If you get it over one side, it comes off the other side really easy. And there you go. The bag is off, and the bike is ready to ride. You can see inside the material is non-damaging to the paint on your machine, and this neoprene is nice and soft. That goes over, you know, all of your handlebars. And I can't overemphasize how strong this material really is. So, if you want to protect your bike, this is what's on the market, and this is definitely the product to buy. As far as I can see, there is just no competitor to this whatsoever. Okay, so since I'm a glutton for punishment and I'm going to embarrass myself here on YouTube, I'm going to show you how to very quickly put this back on the bike, and that's the challenge. Now I am doing, like I said before, this is the mountain bike one. I ride the bike, so I just go right on top of it, over it, and you gotta search out the handlebar things, right? So you find that one, and you pull it over the one side like that. And then you stretch, and that goes over the other side, and that's where the that cover is going to zip onto it. From there, it's really easy because basically you can see the tire cover in the front drops on, and then you pull back here, and I told you I would embarrass myself doing this, but so there you go. It goes over the seat right like that. And then you just flop it over the rear tire and you go underneath. What I do is I just flip it over and then zip it from underneath. The company is Zeal Pro, and these are their bike bags. So I cannot say enough good stuff about them. So far on my around the world trip, they're holding up, and I'm looking forward to continuing to test them as I go along. And you know, if you are interested in protecting your bike, whether it's on the roof of your vehicle or on the back of it, this is definitely the way to go. So thanks for watching today. I will see you next Tuesday. Thanks for watching this video. If you like what we're doing, be sure to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the truck and tree symbol to your right. Once again, thanks and hope to see you soon.